an outfit when you are broke. It's an outfit when you are broke. You don't be so cranky. Any small thing will vex you.
As I'm here now, I can't even vex. I can't afford it.
You can't even afford to.
I wanted to vex and go and buy, when you're angry, I have to go and buy myself chicken wings from Wingsfield.
This this Wingsville again that you
It just
mentioned.
makes me to feel better. That's how I looked at my bank account. I said, Tega, you know what?
Hmm. Respect
Find another form of
respect
happiness.
yourself. Oh.
Don't you like cooking biscuit happiness?
Just respect yourself.
You say no other happiness you can get.
All right, welcome inside the locker room on a Monday morning, 30th day in the month of December 2024, the last locker room on a Monday for this year. Ayokunmi here, ready to walk you into a world of sporting action from the weekend. It's been a mishmash of different amazing things happening in the world of sports. We'll get into some football news, I think we'll squeeze in some tennis here if we can, but football has been at the forefront over the weekend. A lot for us to get into. Welcome along on this ride with us this morning. I'm being joined, as always, bright and, of course, sprightly as she always is. You know her. You love her as well. The one and the only. Tega is in the studio. Good morning to you, Tega.
Good morning. I have told you not make heaven of you. Right, and what? I'm barely awake. Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Now, if they told me in my lifetime I'd see Nottingham Forest back at the top of the table, back in the Premier League was even out of this world,
Mm.
back at the top half of the table, second position to be precise, and I'd be like, you lie.
It looks so odd.
But here we are. Great things are happening. All right, so I could have used that to intro your 2025, but I'm not one of those aspires to Maguire. So do with that information what you will. All right, so this morning we're going to talk about the Premier League. We're going to talk about the Italian Serie A. Hey, I saw the kind of refereeing that I was so certain that if I was anywhere near the field, I would have rushed the guy. I saw it yesterday in Italy. I couldn't believe that I was that aggravated. Nothing, I had no stake in the matter. Not one. I support neither team. I don't, I didn't bet, but I was that angry.
But do you feel this way about English refs?
No, English fans have already come to the conclusion that they are incompetent. But this guy, this guy yesterday, it's the Lord that saved him that yesterday was Sunday. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Italian Serie A. We'll talk about the Premier League and some of the matches that will be taking place today. And for the life of me, I do not understand why Arsenal is playing on the 1st of January.
To start the year now.
There's space to play today. There was even space to play yesterday. English Premier League was like, no, let's put it on the 1st of January. Arsenal, they have an agenda against you. All of that and more in the locker room. But before we do that, Ayokunmi, how can we be a part of this show?
Yes, we're looking forward to you sharing your thoughts on the in locker room on Monday morning. WhatsApp is one way to do that. The number is 0809 444 0809 444 That's the WhatsApp number. You can call us on the studio line if and when we choose to open that up, but still get the number down 0201 4489981. You can also find us on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, and you can judge Tega's dance steps and so much more.
And
But
the
anyways, and drop
and
your
the
comments there.
hairstyle I took 10 hours to put together, and it still came out looking like this. This is why unpermed hair is not for the ordinary.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Anyways, let's begin our journey in the locker room this morning. We're starting at home. You know, they say charity begins at home. And we're talking about the Chan as Nigeria finally in all caps, got the better of arch rivals Ghana and the Central African Republic, shocked Cameroon as 2025 African Nations Championship qualifying was completed this weekend.
Yes,
Finally.
this is the one that was sweet. You know, it's not the fact that Nigeria beat Ghana. Ghana's football is in such a dead place right now. However, it is the fact that qualifying for something, we kick them out because that World Cup is still paining me till tomorrow. Abuja is still paining me till tomorrow, and then people start destroying things. And now we have only one stadium for CAF tournaments in Nigeria because people will know how to destroy things. But that World Cup, it was I almost felt satisfied. It's just that it's not World Cup qualifying. I almost felt that. That's why I said almost.
Well, a win is a win.
We'll
take it.
The fact that we kicked them out of a tournament, that was sweet me pass.
And the fact that we had played them twice before in Chan qualifying and lost to them.
Look, just deny Ghana something. Let your performance or your results be a indirect denial of the Ghanaian football something. I will take it from you. And so the Chan Eagles, they're going to Chan. Let's see how they can perform there. Not only were they shocked, it's like all my enemies were just falling yesterday because Central African Republic gave Cameroon their own. On my left and on my right, they were just falling.
I mean,
it sounds like a good life story for my 2025. If you are my enemy on my left and my right, just fall down like Cameroon and Ghana.
Die by fire.
Die by fire. But yeah, brilliant one for the Chan Eagles. And we're always talking about them, when we talk about home-based players coming into Super Eagles, the first kickback we get is, you should go and qualify for Chan first. Oh yeah, they have qualified now. How many spots do we have at the Super Eagles Cup to give them? On that note, let's move on to tennis.
All right, let's move on to some tennis, where the United States and Germany, champions of the last two editions of the United Cup, claimed victories on Sunday, with holders Germany earning an easy win, while 2023 title winners USA needed to struggle for 7 hours at the mixed teams event. 7 hours. I'd have gone to London already in that time.
Do you not understand? You'd have gone to London, you'd be sleeping by that time. But the thing about the United Cup, as it's a team sport, and it's for your country, and you're doing that. But as much as it is a team sport, most people use it to judge how you will come into the season. So as much as they're looking at, USA is qualifying, Poland is qualifying, we're really looking at what's Coco Golf playing. That's what we want to say. Like, what's she doing? Let's see how let's know where we're going to pitch our tent for 2025. And she was brilliant in her own match. Like her movement, she was sharp, her decision making, everything seemed on point. It was one match. But that one match was exciting because if it had gone the other way, we'll not think about, she's rusty. We'll be judging her based on that. So let's judge her based on the excellence we saw yesterday. Brilliant performance. Sasha Zverev gave us same of same. When his serves were brilliant, they were. When they weren't, they weren't. But fortunately, he was also able to overcome in straight sets. So again, you notice what I'm doing. I'm watching the individual players. Tsitsipas looked like a fighter yesterday. Today, he lost to Shevchenko. And so you're just like, this is 2024 all over again. One brilliant match, one very poor match. So it's still out in the sea. And so as brilliant as the German qualification win was and the US win was, it all comes down to, are these individuals ready for 2025? Because question. Australian Open is 12th of January, which is just how many days away? 12 days away.
Right. Or 13 days. 13 days. Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, thereabout. No, 13 days. Not 2 weeks.
It's almost 2 weeks now.
Don't count 2 weeks. 13 days. That's how close it is. And so when you're watching these players on court, you're like, okay, we're going to have a good Australian Open. So the people I really want to see will be Yannick Sinner, whether he's going to continue his 2024 into 2025. Those are the players I want to see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be hot in 2025 tennis season.
No, but WTA, that's the hottest.
Wild Wild West now.
This Wild Wild West, it has wild again. This one has entered wilderness now.
No,
inside bush, they've upgraded. No grief for anybody is the. Oh, I kid you not. If no grief for anybody had a physical representation, is the WTA. Everybody is on point. Everybody is hungry. Everybody is ambitious. I double dare all those Shiontek and Sabalenka. Let them do anyhow. They will see anyhow.
Do not lose guard.
Do not lose guard.
That's just the way it is. Man, tennis is going to be hot. Also, someone who is hot right now, Mohamed Salah. Now, he said talks over a new Liverpool contract have not moved on significantly after starring once more in a 5-0 thrashing of West Ham on Sunday to help open up an 8-point Premier League lead. Salah for Ballon d'Or 2025?
Look, I'm rooting for this guy. And if we go to Morocco, if the Super Eagles don't do well, yeah, we switch allegiance. Because, look, no, first of all, it's in North Africa. You know that North Africans tend to perform well in North Africa when the AFCON goes there. So, as much as I'm very hopeful for Super Eagles of Nigeria,
right,
I'm also I keep my eye out on all these North Africans. They're at home. Anyhow you want to look at it. Morocco is home to most of them. So, it's going to be interesting. But this is the kind of place where you make mouth. You see, you cannot make mouth if you are Erling Haaland, even if he scored yesterday, because form is poor. Form for you individually is poor. Form for club is poor. You bet if you're a contract to give up, the negotiation you will not have any real negotiation advantage. But Mo Salah now, in the words of my waterside people, he get mouths. He every 2 market days, he's scoring and assisting.
He's showing working.
Yes, he's showing working. Like they say on the streets, he's showing working. And so he's in fantastic form now. People are talking about best Premier League player ever, best Premier League winger ever. Oh, he's better than some of your big people that you were talking about. I saw one comparison with Mo Salah and Igwe. I'm like, you know that football, different generations have different kind of qualification for football. But hey, this is a social media generation, so anything they bake, they eat it. And so, there's all these comparisons now, and now Liverpool know that despite the fact that they're in brilliant form, he's one of the key players with that brilliant form they have.
Definitely.
So he basically has an advantage. The thing is, Liverpool has an American owner. There's a way American owners run with club. Is different from the way a European owner will run football club. And that is where the problem for Mo Salah would be. Because if he leaves Liverpool, because of his age, he's 31, I think, or 32.
Thereabouts.
Because of his age, I'm not sure he can go higher in terms of, like, where who does he want to bench at Real Madrid? Because they are going younger. He's older. And he's a forward. Who does he want to bench there? Arsenal will definitely take him, but will Arsenal splash the cash that he wants? No. Another person that might want to take him will be Chelsea, but Chelsea don't want him. They're also going younger. So the teams that can take him in are not many, and the people that can take him in that would love to take him in cannot afford him. So he may now have to go to a place like Saudi. Whilst that is great money, at this point in time, do you think he wants to move to Saudi?
I mean, he's in like in the form of his life.
Do you understand? He's in the form of his life.
Right
so
now.
Saudi should not be a conversation, but Saudi is a conversation. If he were my husband, we'll be going to Saudi. That kind of money is generational.
Definitely it is. And it's very interesting. We need to take a break. But before I do that, I can just get your thoughts quickly on what Liverpool is doing concerning Salah's contract, Trent's contract, even Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Same boat.
So the same boat, but also look at the same age bracket. Apart, I think
Trent is much younger.
29. No, he's just 20. He's 29. Which one is most younger?
Trent?
Yes.
He's 29?
He's not 29.
No. Trent is younger than that, too.
Trent is 29. If he's not 29, let's check it. We'll
check.
We'll come back. But again, you have to look at their ages. And then you have to remember Alexander Trent has his own. I mean, people talk about how fantastic he is with crossing the ball and creating assists, but he's a defender. His primary job is to defend. And there are questions over his primary job. So when you're making all this shakara and saying, I want to go to Real Madrid, remember that Real Madrid is not the place that they used to go and learn experience. They will slaughter him. You really want to check his age? He must be 29.
He's 26.
Oh, 26. Okay, I turned it upside down. All right, so let's take that quick break, then I can kill Ayo before we come back. Oh my God, it's 26. I thought it was 29.
Because I'm like, okay, I can understand. Salah is 30, whatever he is.
Van Dijk is
Van
older
Dijk
too.
is also
Yeah.
30, whatever he is. Trent is 26. I mean, three of your biggest players
I bet Trent can go. Which
all
we
at
are
the same time.
Trent can go. He's a big player. His replacement is already there.
This is replacement.
All his
Clear them Kwanzaa and co.
what are they using to do? No, think about it. What have they used him to do since? All the time they've been benching him. What have they used him to do? He can go. The only person that the only problem that I think Liverpool has is if they don't give Salah and Van Dijk what they want, the rest of the players will be like, so this is how this club behaves. So it's a psychological advantage. Because they're like, if you can treat Mo Salah and Van Dijk like that,
who are we?
Exactly, who are we? So those are the kind of things at Liverpool. But American owners don't give a flying, now. That's why the NFL and the NBA is how they are.
But how much is Salah asking for? They cannot give him.
He's still 32. When he finish all be said and done.
Because
there's ageism.
Because let me not lie, I would give Salah that money as opposed to what Rashford is collecting for whatever he's doing or not doing.
People are talking in your story. Where's Salah from? Egypt. So he doesn't even have English quota. I beg people should travel. I say American owners don't even think like you didn't hear the story of Mike Brown. He trained with the team. He was ready to travel. They told him you've been fired. No, he went to training that morning. He saw the owners that morning. They didn't say, guy, no bother training. We are firing you. He trained with the team, brought out the roster of the people that are going to play.
That was cold.
Then they sacked him. Ask me why they sacked him. They said they didn't like the way he was speaking about the player. I was just like, he gave you your best ever result in recent time.
If I were him, before I leave, I go boss with the tire. Welcome back into the locker room on a Monday morning on Smooth 98.1. You love music, love life, and of course, you love sports station as well. Ayokunmi here. Tega also with me.
Ayo made it through the halftime. Let him just finish presenting. Wanted to show me up. So true. Trent Alexander-Arnold is 26. I'm not eating any humble pie. I'm already full. But yeah, he's 26. But it doesn't matter. He can go. He's not even key. I think the key people are, which is what we're saying off air if you're not on YouTube. This is why you should be on YouTube.
Exactly.
Was that letting a player like Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah going is more about the psychological impact it will do to the rest of the team. Because the rest of the team will be like, if you can treat Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk like that, how would you treat me? And so they may not commit, like they are not ready to ride or die for the club. So those are the things that they have to look at. But like I said about American owners, those people, if you are watching on YouTube, explain what you saw to other people.
Indeed. And while you're explaining, also send your messages to us on WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981. 0809 444 0981 is the WhatsApp number. YouTube is Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Studio line, just have the number down. You might need it at some point. 0201 4489 981. All right, let's get back into the group. Let's head over to the Serie A, where Juventus and Fiorentina Serie A match in Turin on Sunday, that's yesterday, was interrupted after 7 minutes after racist insults from the stands aimed at home striker Dusan Vlahovic.
Italy, they will never leave this down, and I'll tell you why. So, yes, there was racist chants against Dusan Vlahovic. But do you know how we knew there was a problem? It was the referee. Like, the referee heard it and called and stopped the match, called both captains over, had the message transmitted to the announcer to give the message to the stadium that if they don't stop, we'll cancel this match. Then called the coaches over to address the situation. And then after the public service announcement, after they booed a little bit, then they stopped the racist insults, the match continued. I was in shock. I was like, wait, if that was racism against a black player, why would you stop the match? Because I've seen racism against a black player in the same Italian Serie A. And the referee is like, are you sure you heard what you heard? This time, the referee heard it.
It wasn't deaf this time.
No, this is what was shocking me. That the referee was the one that called. I was like, Tega, No, no. There's this racism even has levels. Now, truth be told, racism has no place in sports, and you know why the nonsense was there. The Vlahovic had played for them before. It felt like he moved for for more money and for more fame, like everybody else. If there's a promotion to go up in their offices, don't they apply?
Of
Why
course.
should do they think footballers should be different? Is their career is your career. Your own, you are the one that is catching feelings for the club. The player is earning a salary and is earning a living for his family. But the good news is the match turned out, regardless of the fact that it was a brilliant match, regardless of the fact that it was a Turam that scored, not the striker Turam. Instead, his brother scored for
Kefrem,
UV.
what's that his
Yeah,
name? Yeah.
twice. So Milan Turam has heritage.
Ah, he does.
He has legacy. Anyway, it was Turam scored twice, which was brilliant because nobody even expects Turam to score. Then he now scored twice. Um, Juventus came out with their usual results. A draw.
I mean, it wouldn't be a UV game if it weren't a draw.
Yeah, it's like Thiago Motta came to Juve and just brought draw with him. Let's just draw away to the end of
If
it.
you ask him, favorite meal, ogbonna and something.
It has to be something draw of Bono Okra, something that
Mhm.
draws. But a tough one for him, really. Tough one for him because I had much hopes for him after he left Bologna. I was like, now he has a bigger club, he can express himself, he would have better players. Turns out it's not that easy. So tough one for Juventus, but they drew again. Again, another big thing that happened yesterday was Milan Roma match. That one also ended in a 1-1 draw. But the officiating was so bad that even the Roma players at some point they're like, did we pay this guy? I kid you not. A penalty in the 18-yard box. Everybody and their pets saw that it was a penalty. Referee did, because the referee was right there. The incident happened literally in front of the referee. So people expect VR to just intervene. If the referee says, I saw it and I don't think it's enough, then it becomes a question of clear and obvious error. Which is why I still, whatever happens, I always hold the center referee accountable. Because if the referee say, I saw it, I don't think it was enough, then it becomes a question of clear and obvious error, which is now a judgment call,
Right.
as opposed to what's it called, an evidence call.
Mm.
Do you understand? Now it now comes down to judgment, not the evidence. And the referee was literally there. He probably said, I don't know that he said it, but he probably said, I saw the contact, I didn't think it was enough.
That's his own
And that's
interpretation.
his own interpretation. And so the VR cannot ref the ref. He's supposed to assist the ref, not ref the ref. So I always hope, and it because it literally happened in his front. Like he was looking at it while it was happening. So how do you miss it? He now carries the game on. And so the Inter Milan players are now trying to stop the match so that VR can get an opportunity to look at it. And then one of the players fouled the bowler. It's a foul, the way they went on to stop the bowler. But I didn't think it was a carded foul. The referee now used Vex to show the guy yellow card. And then the stadium went mad. So Fonseca on the line was really angry, and then he got a red card, because he'd already been shown a yellow card earlier for complaining about another poor call that the referee had made earlier on. So you see how these calls just keep going. And then after that, there was another one that happened. A Roma player was fouled. The same incident that an Inter Milan player, an AC Milan player was fouled on the other end, and the referee did as if, he was, how did this, I say, three blind mice. And he moved on with his life. So there were certainly, in the first half, certainly a lot of wrong calls the referee made. I think when he came back in the second half, he probably had chance to review, he adjusted, he was a little better, but the first half, he was so poor that I did not want to beat him. I wanted to arrest him, lock him up,
Send him to Mansi.
send him somewhere. Let's just lock him up. We'll find out charges to throw on him later. But yeah, it was really poor refereeing. But ultimately, it was an interesting game. One all also that one ended. So the winners this weekend was definitely AC Milan. Sorry, Inter Milan and
Napoli.
Napoli.
All right. let's head back into the Premier League and talk about Man City, where their boss Pep Guardiola said relief was his overriding emotion after a 2-0 victory at Leicester secured just a second win in 14 games for the crisis-hit English champions on Sunday. The same relief they felt after beating Forest too. And
No,
look
no,
what
it's
happened
only relief
after.
he can feel. He can't feel excitement. He can't feel hopeful. As he is like this, he cannot feel hopeful. He's like, this one we manage. It's Leicester City. And don't get me wrong, Leicester City had ample opportunity
Yes, they did.
to score.
I saw that game.
Ample of so it wasn't the fact that Manchester City was good, it was the fact that Leicester City is so poor defensively and offensively. And so I think that's why he feels relief, because he saw his team being torn apart by a Leicester side that couldn't take advantage of it. And it's like, if Leicester City can do this to us, how much more other teams? That I think is what it is. The truth of the matter is, yes, I'm with him. The only thing he should feel is relief, because they are nowhere near out of it. If you watch the match instead of just looking at the results, then you know that, yeah, Manchester City are really in deep trouble, because they were so porous. At some point, you shouldn't be playing Leicester City 18th on the table like that. Not this Leicester City. So Leicester City are so bad. I can't even mock Ruud van Nistelrooy, because I'm like, with or without you, they are this poor.
I mean, they've just continued from where they left off with the previous
With
manager.
so it's clearly not a manager problem only. I mean, tough one.
All right, let's head over to the other side of Manchester, the Red Half, where Amad Diallo has vowed to make history with Manchester United despite his struggling club's dismal slide down the Premier League.
Yes, so 14th on the table. How does it look from up there, Ayo?
Ifal.
If I
Ifal. Ifal. I can't even lie.
And so 14th on the table, and so a really tough one. And today they play against Newcastle. It's almost as if the slide continues, but they're playing at home. And the good news too is that Newcastle sometimes has brain touch. Yes,
go on,
yeah.
go on.
Sometimes they have brain touch. Look, there's a Newcastle that come in and you'll be like, okay, this is Saudi oil money. Then there's a Newcastle that comes out and you'll be like, wait, where is Saudi oil money? so sometimes they can be like that. Newcastle can have bad days. When their days are bad, they're bad. But again, when you look at the Newcastle recent form,
Exactly. Their days have been good. Very good.
Their days have been very good. And sometimes when they see a wounded lion, you know how it is when a shark can smell blood in the water. It becomes more feral all of a sudden. So Newcastle can smell that Manchester United is bleeding. And the only thing that they'll know how to do is to pounce on it. So it looks like tougher days for Eric Ten Hag. But he has players like Amad Diallo who believe. And they have performed well under him. So they're right to believe, they're right to be confident about what they can do. But let's see what really happens today, because it's going to be interesting. I expect Manchester United to come out to play. I cannot guarantee that they will go away with the win.
I'm really not holding my breath, looking at that game. And for this season, really, let's just get through the season and Amram starts on a fresh note. Let's just deal with it. I can't anymore. All right, let's do messages. AY from Manuru says Mo Salah has a total of 37 goal contributions so far this season in all competitions, and we're just in December. 20 goals and 17 assists. Those are Ballon d'Or numbers. I mean, like I said, Salah for Ballon d'Or 2025.
I'm with him,
Nathan Njoku says Mo Salah is using his performances to prove why Liverpool should give him a new 2-year contract. No major injuries. The boys are firing on all cylinders, and the arrogance is back. Loving every moment. We should wrap up the league by ending of January.
It's your arrogance that is
they
back.
Started.
It's your arrogance that is back.
They started.
Please mute his mic.
They started. Don't worry, Nathan. I've put you on the watch list for blocking. Then Tayo says, congrats to Team B going to Chan. Trent is also integral with his assist. Tega, Italian referees, besides suffering from crisis, now here. Color. Everybody is beating Man City, but Leicester went there to give them hope. It's Leicester City, really.
It's Leicester.
Even I would beat them on my own. And Man United, don't disappoint us. Become banter material. Tayo. Okay.
All right, let's take LK and Derek message.
LK says, Tega in the studio, last locker room of the year. EPL can give Liverpool the trophy. We all give up. Small play, and they are scoring 11 goals in 2 matches. Kilo day.
No chill from them. No chill, and no chill from me either. All right. On that note, I also thank you all for staying tuned to Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to the locker room. I want to thank you for sending me your messages via WhatsApp, for streaming us on YouTube and looking at my lovely hair. And then I want to thank you for also making Ayo survive.
Thank you all very much.
And on that note, make sure you have a great week. We'll be back here in the new year
Indeed.
to see whether Manchester United have turned their lives around.
Let's talk about Man City.
No,
Manchester
it's
United.
United. United will play today. They've already talked about Man City.
We can talk about them again.
On that note, have a great week.
All right, thank you so much, Tega. It's been a great 2024 thus far. Looking forward to greater things. And of course, thank you all for being a part of the locker room as well. But do not go anywhere. Keep it tuned to the Smooth Breakfast because at 9 o'clock, we'll have a conversation on Lagos Talks, taking a look at some of the major stories in 2024. Mr. C and AB will once again join me for that one. Looking forward to all the fireworks.